Do you want to jump in right quickly?
It'll be. I'm full of controversy today because there's something wrong with this logic. There's something. The music business woke up one day to discover that piracy was upon it in the nature of peer-to-peer sharing with Napster, and the music business reacted with incredible outrage, and they said, "Oh my God, what a crisis! What a crime against humanity has been conducted." And with a short order, and by the way, the artists were not of the same mind as the corporations that were publishing those artists. By and large, artists led by Prince and others were saying, actually, we've been looking for a new model for communicating with our recipient audiences forever, and this is kind of a shock to the system. Let's see where this ends up. And everybody in the music business knows it has led to a boom in live performance, because it no longer meant that the studios were controlling the music making, which means that the artist could directly sell, and all that. And there's a tremendous amount of literature and a tremendous amount of mileage has been had in the music business. To some extent, this sounds like that conversation, and I absolutely support Ruth's endeavor to launch us into a better Magna Carta for how to manage these matters. But I do not like the filmmaker, the creator, being lumped in with the interests of corporations. The interests of corporations, one corporation that is a legitimate maker of material has a legitimate beef with having an illegitimate corporation steal their material. I understand that they're having that fight. It will likely never affect my pocket. Almost nothing. I've sold movies through major studios. I've sold 250,000 DVDs through a major studio and didn't get a penny. So the artist at the filmmaking level is very often on the receiving end of the not so great constructs that exist, like in the music business, exist in the film business. So to put the artist in this, I don't have any filmmaking friends of all the filmmakers I've worked with for decades who have ever said, "Oh my God, my work is being pirated." Very often we chuckle about it because it's visibility, often in ways we couldn't get. HBO had my Reagan film, and I loved it being on HBO. It was wonderful, but it meant that nobody except people who could afford HBO saw my Reagan film. I was praying for somebody to pirate that movie. And so that is often the position you're in, and it wouldn't have affected my bottom line at all, because that's not how the deal is structured. So in a good Magna Carta universe, if you're going to lump us together, then you would have to lump the artists together on a correct model of the profit sharing, so that I actually thought it was going to affect me that those illegitimate actors would be policed. Because otherwise it's just getting in the way of sharing, which I want, for pretending that I'm kind of in the inside club and I'm a little bit not so much.
What I'm not sure about is really aligning incentives. Is that in order for the artist and sort of corporations who own the material to have aligned incentives against the illegal file sharers and those who are profiting illegally, the artists need to participate more in the money that the corporations are making.
And I'm not telling you, I don't have a view on this. I'm just hearing it, and I'm
saying,
okay, this way, that way, and it's a tricky little navigation.
But
that I applaud that they're trying to get us to talk about it because it's frontier without law.
In a world where you as the filmmaker participate significantly in the money that the corporation that owns your material is making, you are incentivized to make sure that everyone is paying to see it. In a world where you're not,
so
you actually benefit by more people seeing your product.
The CreativeFuture was started by the DGA, AXA, SAG-AFTRA, CBS, and 6 majors. There's now 350 organizations. The reason, and I call it the unholy alliance, the original 10, right? Because they don't agree on anything. But what they agreed on was digital piracy was going to affect health, pension, welfare benefits of the guilds and unions as well. So you know what I mean? You may not see it directly in your participation, but you will see it if you're a guild or union member.